All right, what's up? This is Wisely. We've got Why My Main is Sick, Ganondorf. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
You can go ahead, sure.
My name's Jay. I'm a Ganondorf main from Illinois at the Ash at Woodson.
My tag is Red Ranger. I'm from SoCal, Project M. Yeah, I've been playing for about three and a half years now.
Cool. Where are people going to find you? Like Twitter? You already said you're at Ash at Wit, SoCal. Is there like a stream that they should check out? Anything like that?
For me, I commentate at Ash at Wit, and I'm one of the admins in the Ganon Discord. And then occasionally, now that I'm back home, you'll be seeing me at actually play at Ash at Wit now.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so if you want to find me, the Twitter's right there at Red Ranger 816. You'll usually catch me on the stream at the balcony, which happens every Saturday. Sick tournament, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, I try to stream. I've recently started streaming another game, Hearthstone. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but I stream that with Sosa every now and then.
Oh, that sounds hilarious, actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. When we do side by side, it's really fun. There's a lot of arguing, going back and forth.
Awesome. And I guess let's just run right into it. How did you start playing Ganon?
And you can answer all the questions first, bro. Nah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I started playing Ganon. It kind of came out of a bet with Pooch. If you guys know him, we went to high school together.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
Yeah. I bet him. I think we did some kind of random for a character, and we basically said, all right, after a week, look, you pick, see who can beat each other with this random character that we don't know how to play after a week. I got Luigi, and he got Samus, and I think after about 3 days with Luigi, and I couldn't get the wave dash down, I decided to switch and ended up playing Ganon. So it's just some random
Okay.
chance.
So you got Luigi, couldn't get the wave dash down, so you went Ganon, who you are now known for your wave landing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's kind of weird.
Just wanted to figure that one out. Red Ranger, same question. How'd you start playing Ganon?
So most people know about this already, but for those who don't, so when I first started playing Project M, which was my very first Smash game, I had no idea who I wanted to play because I didn't grow up with Nintendo consoles and stuff. I wasn't really familiar with all the Nintendo characters. I knew the basic, I knew Mario, the Pokemons, but I didn't want to play any of those because I thought that was lame. So I told myself that I was just gonna random, and whoever I random, I was gonna stick to. And, behold, I random Ganondorf. So in a sense, I feel like Ganon was the one that picked me. And, and ever since then, I haven't looked back.
You'd be amazed how many people I've interviewed for this who have all said, yeah, I just went random, and that's, the one I decided to stick with. And, I mean, they're all top players for their character now, so apparently that's definitely a viable strategy.
There were times where I was very frustrated, where I was like, why couldn't I have random someone like a Spacey or a Sonic or something? But I got Ganon, and then I stuck to him for a while, and at a certain point, it was too late to turn back.
Definitely. So like you said, why couldn't you have randomed a better character? What keeps you with the character? What keeps you coming back?
Is that just towards me?
I mean,
or
just
both?
either of you guys.
So I just kind of like how Ganon sometimes makes people feel really bad. It's kind of because he's so bad and he requires a lot of reads and stuff. People just, even though his punish game is legitimately great, people just feel bad when they get hit by him. Because people get really hype, or someone in the background gets loud, and I really enjoy that.
So specifically to make people upset.
I mean, I'd like to think I'm a nice guy, but that's definitely one of the reasons why I play this character.
I mean, you can be nice out of game and mean in game. That's a thing.
Yeah, well, a big reason why I play and still play Ganon is because I remember in the beginning, I would be playing and I wouldn't be doing so hot, and I'd be asking top players for advice, and they'd be telling me I remember the top players used to always tell me that, oh, you should just pick a different character. Ganon doesn't have this, Ganon doesn't have that, and then I don't know, something about that really made me feel like I wanted to prove them wrong, and I've always been that type of person with anything I've done. If you keep telling me oh, this is bad, this is good, I'm gonna try my best to make it good. And I think that's a big reason why I still play. And kind of what Trey said, where it's like if you hit your opponent with Ganondorf more than like 3 times, you know they're scared because they know the fourth hit is gonna kill them.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then that feeling is just very addicting. Like I like hitting my opponent knowing that they're like, oh wow, I got hit by that, I have to come back and you know, just keep trying to hit them over and over and again. And I don't know, something about that's just really, really appealing to me.
No, I've heard that called the rule of Ganon before. That if a Ganon hits you more than 4 times you're not dead, then like they did something wrong. Yeah, definitely. Would you say that's like the most satisfying thing with him is just that making them have that feeling? Like, what would be the most satisfying thing to do with this character?
One of the most satisfying things is like either ending with like a nice stomp off stage, or just getting like some sick waveland read into just all you need is like one touch and just destroying their stuff.
Okay. Yeah, same. Like, it just, I don't know. It's hard to describe. Ganon, when you play well, you're not really playing well because you're good. You know, you have good fundamentals or whatever. When you're playing well with Ganon, I feel like it's because your reads are on point. You know, it's a very momentum-based character. If your momentum is strong, you should be able to carry it. Because it's like, okay, so a quick example would be like, let's say we're both at even percent. He kills me, and he's at, I don't know, like 10%, right? You know, Ganon really only needs maybe 1 or 2 reads, and he can either even up the stock, or, you know, he can just make it more even. And that's you know, that's a very strong point of Ganon, I think, that once you have the momentum, you know, it's really hard for your opponent to get it back.
Yeah, I think like a little addition to that, like something about like when you're playing well with Ganon, you have to be in the opponent's head because he doesn't really particularly excel at neutral or anything. So to get that first hit to get everything started, you really just need to get in the other person's head, which is what makes them so afraid in the first place, and it just kind of like feeds back into itself on why you like the character. It's a good feedback loop.
Now, you said his neutral might not be that great in itself. What are you looking for in the neutral, though? Like, what is Ganon's main game plan there?
Why don't you have a better neutral than me, Jason? So you should definitely start this one.
Well, before we start on getting into the specifics about Ganon, I just want to let everybody know that I'm not really like a frame type of guy. I'm not really too good about like I don't have a lot of knowledge about the game. I like to play off of React. I like to just play, and I feel like that's where I learn.
Okay.
But so to answer the question, in neutral, what I'm typically looking for is number one is for my opponent to make a mistake. So Ganon has a lot of long range pokes. So, for example, down tilt, forward tilt, you know, even just short hop fair is very far. So, like, I'm trying to be at a certain space where, with my opponent, where he's nervous, but I also cannot be hit by him. So once you start adding projectiles and stuff, then it gets a little different. But let's just say that we both don't have projectiles.
Yeah, no, we're saying like basic level for this, yeah.
Yeah, I like being like close enough where my opponent gets nervous, and once your opponent's nervous, he'll tend to try to do something. He'll either try to get out of the position he's in, or he'll try to throw a move out. And then let's say they throw a move out, and I see that it doesn't reach me, I could punish the down tilt. You know, I could punish with a forward tilt. I can even punish side B. Side B is very good. We'll get into that later. But side B has like a lean back, where like sometimes where he'll lean back, and your opponent's move will miss, and then you'll grab him, and then you know tech chase situation. So that's basically what I'm looking for in the neutral. I'm trying to read my opponent, trying to see what he likes to do at certain areas and certain situations that he's given, and just try to remember that for you know the next time it happens.
I guess for me, it's pretty much a similar concept because neutral isn't all that different from player to player. But like with Ganon, I specifically like I really like putting my opponent into guessing games. So because Ganon's got really long range stuff, he can wall people out and keep them from coming in pretty well. But he's also got like a really nice waveland that can cover basically about the length of his some of his moves. Mm-hmm. So as soon as they think they're just outside of my range, where some place where they could like punish me if I miss an attack, I can waveland in or empty hop in or something like that and mess with their game plan.
Yeah, definitely. I think everything else I'm just going to go into while we're watching some of the different videos. Actually, a quick question. This was from Mike Phones on Reddit. He was asking about the applications of float, especially in neutral, but like in general. Where do you guys use float more?
You want to go ahead first?
For me, I use float. I mean, it's kind of useful in a lot of places. Like, it's really good when you're recovering. So you can kind of fake someone out on the way back down from a recovery. They don't know when you're going to float, so you could just drop at any moment, or instead you could stall in place, or you could B-reverse and back up a little bit. There's a bunch of things you can do there. In neutral specifically, I really like B-reverse floats. So like I run in, looks like I'm going to go with the fair, or run in reverse aerial rush bear or something like that. And instead I just B-reverse float backwards. So in case they wanted to like run in shield or something like that, I can like back away and maintain the stage position I already had, and still maybe put out an aerial, but it'll be safe far away from their shield, a shield grab or something like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I just want to say that float was a godsend. I mean, we could have used. So here's a funny story. So when Okami first told me about the float, he said, "Oh my God, Red, check it out. So this is going to be in the next patch, this and that." When he first told me about the float, for some reason in my mind, I imagined like Peach's float, and I was like, "Wow, this is going to be amazing." And then he popped in the new patch, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of ass." But still, with that being said, it's still very good because it helps so much when it comes to recovery, in my opinion, because you have so many options now. Before, let's say, be pre-float, you would get hit off the stage. If you were far and high enough, you would aerial down B, right? Aerial down B is super punishable, but we have to do it because we need to get our jump back. Now, with the new float thing, you can like so many things opened up. You can either float first and then like aerial down B, or you can float, jump, aerial down B, or you can aerial down B, jump, float. You know, like there's just so many different applications. And that was just one part of Ganon's play, which is recovery. Now in neutral, everything Che said about B reversing float, that was exactly right. Like when I first started trying to get good with the float, and I was talking to Junebug and he was showing me some of his videos. Yeah, he was doing the same thing. He was running in neutral, short hop, B reversing the flow, and waiting for his opponent to do something stupid. And like even if his opponent didn't do anything, neutral will be reset. So like in that sense, I think it's a really good baiting option. And also, like he said earlier, when you're coming down from the air, you can just float, and then they don't know, the opponent doesn't know if they're gonna shield or not, or like what you're gonna do. And it's a very good mix-up tool in general, and I really like it.
Yeah, definitely. I guess while we're in that, like, Ganon, I feel like, is one of the characters that a lot of people will explain it using their melee knowledge. What do you think differentiates, outside of float, since we just went over that, what do you think differentiates melee Ganon from PM Ganon?
The biggest difference there's a lot of quality of life changes that Ganon has. Just one off the top of my head I can think of is if like you down B off stage from like the ground to like off stage, so it continues to go off stage in melee. There's like some weirdness where Ganon will be in lag all like for an incredibly long amount of time off stage. But if you do it in melee, like he can jump almost immediately after it's done. A lot of his frame data has been cleaned up. He's gotten a lot better auto cancel timings. His Nair has a lot more generous auto cancel timing. He can bear waveland, which is like one of my things that I just love. Is bearing in the air like an early bear, and then he can waveland afterwards. So it just gives him an extra boost of mobility. There's a lot, to be honest.
There is a lot. Like, yeah, I'm thinking of all the different things that are different. I love playing melee players in tournament because I love to see. Yeah, I love to see their frustration because like they sit down and they're like, shoot, like, oh, it's just Ganondorf. Like I'm just gonna give this guy this and that, and then you start like floating and doing all this stuff on them, and it's just like, what the heck. All right, so to answer the question though, there's a couple things. One of the main things I think is, of course, his chain grabs. He has a lot of chain grabs on most of the cast that he didn't have in melee. I think in melee he could really only chain grab. I think it was Sheik. I'm not a melee player, so I don't remember.
No worries.
Actually, I don't mean to steal your thunder or anything, but his chain grab in melee, pretty much like about as good. The thing is that it's just harder to do. And there's less viable cast in that game. But like he can chain grab Falco and Fox to death. Same with Sheik and just generally the characters you would think that he can chain grab in melee, or in PM he can chain grab in melee too.
Yeah, see, that's good to know because I don't really play melee, so I wasn't too familiar. So yeah, the bear waveland, he can do up air waveland. Now, some of the things I'm not sure if a lot of people know, but he can actually waveland out of all of his aerials.
Really? I didn't know that.
For back air and up air, you can short hop waveland or full hop. But for nair, dare, and fair, if you full hop and do those 3 aerials, you can also waveland out of them, like perfect waveland, which is really sick.
That's crazy.
His down B startup, I think, is a little faster. Because for some, like people are always like, oh, well, I shouldn't have got caught by that, this and that. But like apparently it's faster in PM, so that's also good. Obviously side B.
Side B is an incredible buff.
Yeah, side B is incredible.
We should just dedicate a whole section on. I have a lot of stuff to talk about side B. We'll talk about that later.
And I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff too, but that's pretty much the gist of it. He has a lot of new tools and cool things he can do. He can also do it in a Project M thing where he can aerial cancel, a lot of his moves, which I think is very, very good. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Sweet. Anything else we'll get to while we're watching these? So I have a few different things that I've written down that I will note. Keep in mind, I don't play this character, and so if I miss, you're like, no, that was a sick, way this combo connected, or I completely missed a mind game, whatever, or, you just remember the video and you're like, hey, I want to check this thing specifically, let me know. But yeah, run down, maybe bits of what you were thinking, why did you send these sets to me, I guess is the easiest way to do this. We are going to start out with a set from the balcony, which was Jose V versus Red Ranger. And let's get this right at the beginning. And this went to Game 5, so we're actually going to skip.
Yeah, we can skip.
We're going to skip Games 3 and 4, but...
Okay.
Oh yeah, skip the games where I got bodied, thank you.
Yeah, no, it's just for you guys. I mean, Shay sent me one that he gets a reverse 3, so that's where we're going to start on that one.
Oh. Oh man, I haven't watched this in a while.
Which Balk is this from?
85. So about a month or 2 ago, or 2. Yeah.
So pretty recent. And at this point, Jose is considered to be one of the best players, not only in SoCal but in the world.
Yeah, he's top 9.
Yep.
Okay, I actually saw something right there.
Yeah. Want me to go back just a little bit?
Yeah, maybe 5-10 seconds.
Okay. I can put it in slow motion, so
yeah.
That out.
Right here, you were walling out Jose V, and this is one of the things that I really like with Ganon. You keep fairing, and you're trying to block these PK fires, and you did that little bait there, and you did an empty landing, which is really actually incredibly good with Ganon because everyone's afraid of his aerials. So just an empty hop landing and getting a grab means so much. Although I guess you didn't kill here, but still.
The idea behind it, yeah.
Yeah. Ganon's just super threatening when he's coming down, so that's when it's the best time to get an empty hop.
I feel like a lot of top players, or good players, not top players, but a lot of players they have a habit of running up and shielding, and then, yeah, I mean, even though Ganon's grab range is pretty bad, it's easy to punish that. I feel like a lot of people SoCal are better at not doing that now, but I realize every time I go out of state, I win a lot of sets where I get a lot of stocks because they'll just run up and shield, and I'm like, okay, well, it's a free grab.
That's what people like. That's what, especially if you play in the melee player, they really the solution to beating melee Ganon is just running up and shielding and proper use of shield because he has really no answers to it besides his really crappy grab. But in this game we have side B, which is incredibly good at getting punishes off of just bad shielding.
Oh. That was a sick grab, Jason. Oh my god.
I've never seen someone shield grab a PK fire.
Shield grab a long projectile move.
Yeah. Was that Dacus?
Yes, that was
Yep.
Dacus.
My favorite.
No, you both Decus a lot, so... And actually, that's something that they, like, clearly was not possible in Melee.
Like, look at that. Like, I was down and like four hits, and it was it's pretty much even now. I should have killed him, but
4 hits in a trade, and he almost died off the trade.
yeah, and he eats a boot real quick.
And then you bust through him, yeah. There, right? Like it was 3 clean hits and like 3 trades, and you're up now.
Oh my god! Oh,
as
no,
I say that,
stop watching. Everybody close that. Nobody saw that.
Classic SD.
The classic. Oh god.
You make it back. Some clean edge cancels, slick movement.
Edge cancel is another thing that's you don't find in Melee. There's so much stuff in that, like, you think that Ganon's one of the, like, not changed too much Melee characters, but he's got so much just more stuff available to him.
Oh,
yeah, his dash attack is so good, by the way. In this game, compared to Melee, his dash attack is so much better.
Wait, I know all the other ones. Why is the dash attack better?
Well, one, it has two. One, it kills at high percent. And then a second thing is that it has 2 hitboxes. So it has the early hitbox where you get him at the tip of your dash attack.
Okay.
And those pop him up like straight in front of you, right? And then if you get the late one, they can DI away from it. But I mean, just the fact that if you get that nice hitbox and it pops him up right in front of you, you get a follow up, which is amazing. And in PM, in Melee, I don't think he has that type of and it's faster too. It comes out super fast, I think.
It comes out frame 2, and that first hitbox, it's huge. It's like it's almost disjointed over his head and shoulders. It's like a really big hitbox. It crosses up at low percents, or not low percents, but if you're like close when you get the starting hitbox, and you can cross them up.
Oh yeah. No, it's just what were you gonna say?
I'm saying that the up B is also another really good change that Ganon has. He has that little hitbox at the tip of his up B that can like hit people who are trying to edgeguard you. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like Falcon doesn't have that, but Ganon, like that hitbox has saved me so many times before, because people aren't really expecting it. They're ready to edgeguard you, and then the hand goes through the platform and hits them, and then you grab the ledge for free.
His up tilt's way better in this one.
Yeah.
Now, I need to ask you about the most controversial change. What do you think about the sword taunt?
Oh,
it's awesome.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it really sucks compared to other characters like power moves, like for example DK's Donkey Punch or like Lucas's charge stuff. Like characters that have characters that have these one-hit kill type things. But with Ganon, it's not really applicable because it takes too long.
Yeah.
He needs to pause to look at it. And like some people will say like, oh, well, don't you wish you had the Warlock Punch? I do wish I had the Warlock Punch, but to have to like getting the float for the Warlock Punch, I'm fine.
Oh yeah, no,
that's great.
You traded a move you might be able to use once a set.
Yeah, yeah. I don't get me wrong. I do like the Warlock Punch. It's very stylish, but I much rather have the reflector / float.
Yeah. Something useful is better than something that's like really stylish once every 10 sets you play.
Yeah, they didn't even really take it away as much as they just put it on a taunt, which is and gave me a float. So I'm all for that.
Yeah. No, definitely. Ooh, nice edge cancel right there.
So I think this is kind of one of those situations where you can see some of the flaws of Ganon. I mean, not that Red Ranger is definitely not getting destroyed here, but Jose is starting to play, which is the matchup, which is you just kind of keep your distance and just wait. Look at him go to the platforms here, try and PK fire, get a good angle, because Ganon's not too fast where he can catch up to someone on a flat stage. So Jose V is just kind of content to go over here and projectile camp.
Yeah, you can kind of poke at him better than he can poke at you. It's just his pokes are really freaking strong.
Yeah. But Red's still running on the punish game here. You're never really going to beat Ganon. I mean, you might be able to match him, but beating Ganon outright in punish game, blow for blow, is really hard to do.
Yeah, you actually said punish game is your favorite thing about Ganon.
Yeah. It's definitely my favorite thing. I think like Ganon can actually, if you really know your stuff, he can zero death pretty much the entire cast off a grab. Between his bear wavelands, his chain grab on one half of the cast, and on the floaty half, he has like a lot of up air waveland setups that are just really good and underused.
Oh, I remember this.
That was
side B.
That was such a good use of side B. Yeah.
Yeah, I've recently learned that side B out of shield is really good. Like after your opponent hits you or something, they're not expecting like you just jump side B and like
No,
it catches a
that
lot
would
of
definitely get
players
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Perfect timing. I was just about to say,
Awesome.
you said you want to go like a full section that was just about side B. Now's your chance while I queue up the next games.
Man, okay, I'm just gonna start off with something that I don't see people doing. Side B on the floatier portion of the cast, you can get a grab off of. So like think Ness,
Zelda.
Zelda, Mewtwo, just the floatier guys, Mario. If they don't DI the side B, an aerial side B, you can get a grab before they can act or jump or touch the ground in tech. Like, and that, you know, if you get a grab as Ganon, they're dead. So it's good stuff.
Now, when do you tend to use it for as far as like application? Do you go for it more in like I want to like force this person to get off me, or do you use it a lot more for like, okay, I have a read on their movement here?
For me, I like to use it as almost a replacement for Tomahawk grab, kind of like in basically the same principle. I'm trying to wall them out or throw a bunch of aerials in their face, and they're being real cautious and trying to shield around me. And before I hit the ground, I'll just side B instead of doing an aerial, and it's just a guessing game at that point where they get grabbed at it with side B or they take a giant punch to the face.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like using it also. I like using it for neutral, obviously recovery to mix it up. But my favorite thing to do is so everybody knows that Ganon's fair jab on shield is really fast, right? So you can fair somebody shouldn't get jab. So like I think it was Nation who pointed out to me a long time ago where let's say you jump and you short hop fair your opponent's shield. You actually have three options. You can either jab to prevent like, you know, an action out of shield or something because jab is really fast, or you can just run up grab, or you can side B. And I think all those three options are really good if you're able to keep that in mind and just mix it up. Because after a while, your opponent's gonna be like, okay, well he's definitely gonna jab me because he's jabbed me every time. You know,
So
afterwards.
I'm gonna shield a little bit longer.
So I'm gonna shield. Also, right there, I don't know if you saw it, but you can use it to for knockdown for tech chase situation. You can kind of like take a guess on where he's gonna go. With some characters, you can link multiple side Bs if you tech chase. For some characters, they go a little too far, so you got to B reverse the side B, and that's a whole nother like that's a different story. Like if you B reverse the side B, it goes further by a little bit, this and that. I like to use it. I don't know if you'll see it, but there are times where let's say I'm on the ledge and my opponent will try to hit me like while I'm on the ledge. If they miss, I can just let go jump side B on the stage, and then if you're good enough, you can get the grounded version, which is a lot faster than the aerial version off of the ledge.
Okay.
So like yeah. So when I'm feeling myself, I'll try to do like maybe like hack stash side B and stuff like that. But it's really not good to do because if you get hit out of the hack stash, you're gonna die. But I mean that's just the different stuff you can do with it, and there's a lot of options to.
The aerial version and the grounded version actually have the same amount of startup, but when you get the grounded version, you go further into the stage, so it's got more range.
Mm-hmm. Like that right there.
Like right there.
So like I like to catch people off guard with that. Oh, I did a moonwalk.
The moonwalk.
Oh my god, I'm so fast.
I thought you were gonna die there.
Oh, run, Jason, run.
Ganon's up smash is incredible. Like it does 42 damage. Like,
are you kidding me?
If both hits hit, both hits have to hit for the 20 for 42.
Still.
I think one. It's just, I know. There's a certain hitbox on the
I knew it
smash.
was strong, but
Yeah.
Holy crap.
There's a certain hitbox on the second hit where it's like we call it the crotch rocket because it looks like he hits you with the crotch, and that one sends you to the side, which is really good. Like the first hit hits you towards the sky, up, and then the second hit on the side will hit you towards left or right, and it's really good.
Okay.
It makes it hard for the opponent to DI because when they're DIing, when you get hit straight up, you want to DI to the sides to make yourself live longer. But if you DI to the sides and you get hit by the crotch rocket, you fly off the stage and die immediately because it's stronger than fair.
Mm-hmm.
The crotch rocket hitbox is like incredibly strong.
It's amazing.
Now,
I love it.
I don't remember seeing anything like that in the videos you guys sent. So if you see it, point it out. I want to like stop and rewind that.
I used it against Metroid in the set we have.
Okay, cool.
All right, so over here I'm really nervous because like me playing Jose is not like a what's that called? What's the word I'm looking for? We play all the time pretty much, right? Mm-hmm. So I know what he's capable of, and I'm really scared because I don't want to lose. I was up 2-0.
Yeah, you're up 2-0, and he brought it back to 2-2.
Yeah. Classic Jose. Yeah, he's playing really scared too right now though. Yeah. Well, it's expected because he's over 100, but it's hard. It's hard if players play like this against Ganon all the time, it would be really hard. You know what I mean? Oh shit, that was bad.
Here we go. Awesome.
Yeah. I actually wanted to go back. I love your pop off there. I wanted to go back and look at that though, because was that a jab to?
It was Waveland jab, and then he DI'd in on the jab. Yeah. So I had to run a little bit and then Dacus to get the hit.
Was he ever out of hit stun there, or was that like a clean conversion?
That was guaranteed because he DI'd in. If he would have DI'd, maybe like up or away, or even maybe even down, I'm not sure. I think he could have gotten away from it. But that's only guaranteed when they DI in on the jab.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I assumed it was only on a certain kind of DI, but that's still...
That's
so nuts, okay.
It's funny that you did that because that's the exact same way I won my one game versus Metroid in that set I sent you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, alright. Next one I'm going to pull up is actually... So you guys have mentioned chain grabs a lot so far. Mm-hmm. We are going to pull up Hyper Flame versus Red Ranger. Specifically looking at Game 3 where it's shown so much. Yeah, but, I'm just going to let it speak for itself because it actually gets nuts.
So I just want for a disclaimer.
Yep.
This video that you're about to see is we played once in tournament before this set, and he barely beat me. And it was because I took him to FD. And then this time, like, originally when I was thinking about where I should go, I wanted to go to either Green Hill or FD. And I said, okay, I money matched him previously, and I won 2 games on FD, so I think I'm going to go to FD, and he beat me. So in this specific scenario, it was either, I was definitely going to go Green Hill. And I remember Sosa running up to me, he was like, no, take him to Bowser's. And then I had to be like, hey, shut up, go away. Like I'm not going to pick another stage this time and think about it for the rest of my life. Because I went to push more buttons because I wanted to fight Hyper Flame again. That was literally the sole reason why I went to push more buttons.
Well, I'm so glad you came.
Yeah, yeah. So the fader run back.
I've had a lot of people send me sets that I've realized I was commentating in, but this is actually one of the first ones that's from a tournament I ran, so that's cool.
And also for all the haters who talk shit about chain grabbing, bro, do you know how hard it is to grab top players with Ganon?
Oh,
it's not easy. So when you do it, you gotta maximize your reward.
So this is going to start out fast.
I think I dropped a few here because I was a little nervous because it was game 3. Hyper Flame.
He said 70. That was 75% straight up.
Oh, he ate a stomp into grab, so the stomp really contributed. Oh, I missed it. That was terrible. All right, yeah. There we go. There's one. That's technically the crotch rocket because he got sent to the side.
Oh, I want to see that.
He died perfectly for it though, but it didn't matter.
I want to go back. Okay, so it's more of that diagonal angle.
He DI'd it really well, which is why it looked like it almost went up.
Can you rewind like 3 seconds? Because I want to show up the application of that side B there.
Yep.
So like a couple seconds there. Yeah, so you can just leave right here, bro.
I'll put it in slow motion as well. Or half speed. Alright.
So we're going to wait till he dies here. And it's going to happen right on the right corner of the stage. As I get up, you'll see me do a side B, and then I dodge a move because of it, because of the lean back. Let's see. I think we're right here. So he's about to see how he did the shine.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So it's because of the fade back on the move.
Yeah, so the fade back caused him to miss the shine and my grab to connect.
That step back is frame 1, so it's like as soon as you can do it, as soon as you realize something's coming at you, and he stays wound back till about frame like 10. So it's a good 10 frames of just moving one Ganon length away.
Ooh. Damn, who grabs like that? Oh my god. Oh my god. I grabbed him out of his Zaire, bro. That was disgusting.
He's like from behind too.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, if that had sent him off stage.
Oh, I fucked up. Alright. He's coming back. I remember he comes back too. He made me really nervous. Like Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, because this was still quarters where it was best of 3.
Yeah, this was to make it to...
Or best of 5.
Yeah, this was to make it semi. No, this is 2 out of 3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. This was to make it to semis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember I was pretty mad too because on the other side it was Kells versus IPK, and like IPK's my homie and everything, but I wanted to play Kells, so I wanted Kells to win, and I remember that set was really close, but IPK won, and I was pretty sad.
I was rooting for Kells in that match.
Yeah, I really want, because I wanted to give Kells the Ganon dick, bro. I had no idea. I was like, oh my god, there's a melee player, give him to me, and yeah, IPK clutched it out, but yeah, this is where he starts coming back. I get a little nervous. Hyperflame's crazy. I played with him a lot too, because there was a couple tournaments he came out here for that I housed him, and we're really good friends. So.
Oh no, Hyperflame's super homie.
Yo, Red. One thing that you can do to maximize these grabs a little bit more is you should finish them with a forward smash angled up.
Oh yeah, I watched a video about that. I was practicing that on Meta Knight for a while, because the upward angle forward smash kills like at like super early %.
Yeah, it's just a little bit stronger than the up smash, but it's a little bit easier to connect at some of those like the ending %.
Yeah, like my because I think Sosa was the one that showed it to me, and then my thought process behind it was I've tried it for a while, and it was really hard to do because it takes some practice, and so I only use it on certain characters. I'm just a little more comfortable doing up smash because I've been doing up smash, down throw up smash for like 2 years now, and I'm just a lot more comfortable with the spacing, the timing, and what % that work at and stuff. But I'm definitely practicing the forward smash stuff. It's really good.
That set was crazy.
That was crazy to watch. Like I remember being there live.
And the crowd go wild.
Yep.
That was a good tournament for me. I think in pools I beat Marshall at that tournament. But I did get bodied by Soph. Soph 3-0'd me on stream. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
There's a chart in the Ganon Discord with all the chain grab information on every single character in the game. So you can find, if you're like curious more on the how far we can push everything, you should go check those out.
Oh yeah. With the first time I took a look at that chart, I was amazed, bro. Like this is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, is this you, Chin?
Yeah.
You move it? Woo.
Yeah.
Smooth. Oh, okay.
Yep.
What you got?
This is your combo/tech video.
Nice. The lazy boy. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, there's Ganon's moves have a lot of stupid names to them.
I've started to notice.
Yeah. So, I like that skin, by the way. Oh! Did you meant to forward throw there? Or did you just grab? Because sometimes when I grab by accident.
So right there, that was I did the auto cancel up air to just bait him in, and then I just bear waveland to jab, and then I got the grab off of that.
Yeah, what I was asking was, when you did the forward throw after the grab, did you mean to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That sets up the runoff fair, but I missed my run there. I actually just walked on accident, but I guess he expected me to do the fair, and he swung the sword.
Oh my god, that was sick. Yeah, I'm a big Ganon enthusiast, so when I see cool stuff, I'm like, oh.
Wait,
sick.
I missed what was it? Just right back. Oh, nope, I still missed it.
Yeah, it was the Bowser one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember. It was just it was this weird bear jab, all reverse hits.
Yeah, the bear wavelands are, I think, super incredible and need to be used way more than they are. The only character Ganon player I really see using them is Ganondorf, and he kind of likes the up air wavelands more, which is good because they're better. But I think just Ganons in general should definitely be using those way more.
Oh my god. That hits so low.
Mm-hmm. Does that hit below the ledge or not?
Yeah, it
Yes.
hits below the ledge.
It hits below the ledge.
Almost all of Ganon's moves hit below the ledge. Like, you just see his angled downward forward tilt. That hitbox is ridiculous. Oh, poor Falcon.
It seems like a lot of the kills that you get on these are like the person finally thinks they're safe off stage, and you just dive down.
Che, you're so good. Where are you ranked in Illinois? Oh my god.
I was ranked in Illinois. Back when I played, I went to school this year. But back when I played more, the highest I got ranked was I think 10th. And then I was way worse back then. This is now that I've started to get good at movement, but I've been playing a lot worse players. This is at my school, so it's a lot smaller scene.
Well, what do you feel like your biggest problem when it comes to competitive play? Like, against, I guess, PR players? Like, do you feel like you have like some weaknesses that you can work on?
Oh, it's just patience, man. It's really just patience, because you have to be super duper patient with Ganon.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
why did it just cut out?
Oh, that was just in the end of the video.
That's actually the end of the video. Okay.
Yeah, it was like he's about to get hit by the stinky toes, and
Yep.
Nobody needs to see that.
Yeah, just my biggest issue is just patience, because I get antsy like everyone else, and I go in, and if you go in with Ganon when you're not supposed to, or when someone's waiting for it, then you're gonna have a bad time. True. You got you pizzas when you're supposed to French fry.
All right, let's do the Metroid one.
Is Metroid the Ike player?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I have, for some reason, I think you guys...
Oh, yeah, this is ancient. This is, like, from a few months into when I started. I took, a gap year last year, so I played a lot of Smash, and this is maybe a few months into that year when I started to play more. This is an old, but this is where I started to see, like, a change in my gameplay.
Mm-hmm. So your movement's a lot better now.
But... Yeah, it's definitely way better. I couldn't bear Waveland not very well when this was recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice down tilt.
So why this set then? What about it?
There's just a couple things like in the floaty matchups that I think is really important to understand with Gan here in his punish game, because I definitely lose neutral a lot versus Metroid, but and I kill myself a whole bunch of times. But the punish game here is what I really wanted to focus on, because there's he just gets a few hits and the other guy just dies. Like with the float coverage in tech-safe situations, you can just float above an opponent, and even if they do an up air or a get up attack or something like that, you'll float above it, and you don't have to worry. You can just tech chase them from there.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, yep, there's that Waveland Fair.
Try to get another one. That's me getting greedy again.
Oh.
Yeah, like you have to catch him when that sword is spinning.
Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't even hack stash that well back then.
Is hack stashing especially useful for Ganon?
Oh,
yes.
I wouldn't say especially, but I
like
mean,
you guys have both mentioned it at this point.
It's just a good, a good thing to know how to do and be good at. I don't think it like changes anything like drastically, but it's definitely just a good tool to be able to do. Because you can trick people sometimes. You can hack stash and bait them to do a move, and then you can hit them with a fair or something.
Ooh, I love that little. I want to go back for a second. You didn't like get a whole lot off of it, but right here,
right there, yeah.
The edge cancel straight into the up air as he's trying to get away from it. It's so smart.
Those probably trying to be a bear. Because that's a little bit better to use than the up air. I probably would have got more out of it.
I mean, just the foot cancel to immediate area, or not the foot cancel.
Edge cancel.
Down B straight into that.
Oh, another thing to note too is that side B has grab armor sometimes. So not sometimes, but like it has grab armors. But when you get it, the times you get it, it's actually really, really good because it really puts your opponent on tilt. I think. Because they're like, well, damn, how did that grab me? And oh my gosh, stupid grab. There's so many times people are like, oh, dumb grab armor, this and that. But hey, it's amazing.
There's a match on, I think it's Battlefield on here that is a better example.
You want me to go to that one right away?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's like next. Okay. Cool.
Ooh.
And this is the, like, what you were saying, how to fight some of the floatier characters.
Yeah. Like, I'm definitely not as good as Red Ranger or anything like that. But
right.
especially not when this was recorded. But there's just, if you've ever watched, there's a lot of Ganons out there, but a lot of them are also really bad. It's kind of like the meme. There's a good Ganon is like so rare to come across, and all it takes is just some decent patience and fundamentals.
Yep. I feel like most scenes have a lot of bad Ganons, and then like some have one decent one.
Mm-hmm. He's not a hard character to play at all. His tech skill ceiling is, his requirement for tech skill is pretty low. Like, you don't need to do a whole bunch of fancy stuff, and you'll still get about the same return. But I don't know. He just attracts a lot of baddies for some reason.
Now, let's go over that. Why do you think your character attracts bad players? That was actually super sick, and we're going to go back and look at it.
Yeah. Start from here. Oh.
I'm going to pause. Whatever.
Oh, he's an idiot.
I saved you, and then the attack, and then you get up.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So what were you saying, Wesley? Oh, I was just
joking, but
that was the crotch box.
Go back like 5 seconds, bro.
Okay.
That was the perfect crotch rocket. Perfect. Right in his face, bro. Hit him with
He tried to Dacus me, actually.
Boom! And then you Dacus him.
Yeah.
Yep.
He had no idea how to DI that either, bro. He flew to the left.
Oh, I would have DI'd hard left.
Oh, that was nice, yes.
Or maybe right, but... No, I feel like some characters have different stereotypes of, like, if you play this character, you're probably among this. And, like, Ganon has a few really good players, and then a lot that are just... They just want to hit people. That's it.
Yeah, it's because people enjoy the power.
Yep.
You know, they play Ganon, they hit their friends twice, and they die, and they're like, oh my god, like, I'm so good. That power is very attractive. And then as they try to like progress with the character and they see more of its flaws and how easy Ganon is to combo, no projectile, this and that, and then they might change their mind. But at first Ganon is super fun because all you're doing is really swinging. You're swinging, you're moving around, you're stepping on people,
getting some reads. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's a big reason why a lot of baddies like to play Ganon.
Yep.
That and Bizarro Flame.
Oh, that Bizarro Flame. Yeah, Bizarro Flame is sick.
He's so sick.
I think it's super funny that so many people will claim Bizarro as their, like, why they started playing Ganon when Kage is better. But
oh yeah, it's true.
It's all the entertainment value.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Kage has no entertainment value, but Bizarro, now that's a different story.
Oh, the bad rolls, man.
Oh, speaking of that, actually reminds me though. So a big change from melee Ganon to PM Ganon is that his Ganon's roll and spot dodge is amazing in this game. Like, it's really fast. Sometimes it's too fast for. Oh, that was sick.
Oh, you got another one.
Yeah. So that was the same thing as jab to Dacus. Mm-hmm. But what was I saying? Yeah. So sometimes it's too fast. I say that true because, like, okay, so if we have like Wario, let's say Wario does a bite. If you spot dodge his bite, you still get bit because you spot dodge so fast and you come back into the bite, and the bite stays out for a long time. But it's also really good against certain matchups. I feel like his spot dodge really helps me in like the Falcon matchup. Mm-hmm. I can like spot dodge jab. I can do a bunch of stuff. So that's another big change, which I think people should, like Ganon mains should really like look into it and see how they can really use the spot dodge. And because they say spot dodge and roll is bad and stuff, and I don't disagree, but there are a lot of times where it can be really good, and you need to use those. So that's pretty much it about that.
I think Ganon was one of the characters who really benefited from like the normalized rolls and spot dodges and whatnot.
No, his was different in 3.0. It was like just a regular Captain Falcon where he like
a combat roll.
Yeah, like he dodges his body, where like his roll is he just rolls, but now he like zooms out of existence.
Well, I'd say it also helps that his animations now for that look so cool.
Yeah. Oh my God, you crazy man!
You should skip towards the end of these games, like maybe the last the last game or the last two games. I think the last two games were actually on WarioWare, so
I
if you want to see Ganon
I
stuff.
have written down that after game 2, I should skip to game 5.
Okay.
But I think that's because.
Oh, have you seen these already?
I looked through, like, I skimmed through a lot of them, yeah.
Okay.
It's because I just accepted a job. I know I mentioned that while we were just chatting beforehand. It's been a very crazy week for me. So,
oh, yeah, man. There's the strong hit of
Oh my god, that poor guy. He was pissed. Did you see him? What was that?
Let's go back.
Yeah, I want to look at this guy. Hold on. Oh my god, he looks so focused. He doesn't know what's about to hit him, bro. Oh.
Yeah, first of all, that dash attack almost kills.
Oh, he said, fuck.
But like every fox will side B at that in that spot. Every fox.
It's free. One of the things Ganon's also really good at is his ledge options are kind of really strong. I mean, everyone's got decent ledge options in PM, at least most of the cast does. But he's got an invincible hack stash. He's got really strong options coming up because he has a nil, so he can land lagously on the stage, and he can also like side B and threaten with a grab too. So he's just got a lot of really strong options where the opponent has to kind of respect him when he's on the ledge.
Is this guy a melee player?
Yes.
Oh,
can you tell?
God.
Yes,
yeah,
we
I
can
tell. Every time he gets hit, he's shaking his head like, what was that?
I mean, I played both games, but you can tell when someone only really plays one and just enters the other at their weekly.
Yeah. He's the number one melee player at my school.
So I think up air with Ganon, it should be mentioned because it's a really good combo breaker, if you will. Mm-hmm. Like I find myself a lot like getting comboed by characters such as maybe like Zero Suit Samus, who else, like Falcon, and then like I realized that there are certain gaps within people's combos where if you just mash like up air comes out. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like frame 6 or
yeah,
4
it's frame
or
6.
Yeah, so that's really fast, and then that's gotten me out of a lot of sticky situations a lot of the times. So that's just something to note for inspiring Ganon players.
Another fast aerial I think of his is the Nair, which comes out frame 5, but it's kind of limited because it's only right in front of you, so you have to really.
It's like right in front of you and a little higher too. Like like some characters can just like crouch under it.
Yeah.
Right in front of them and stuff.
It's there though. I think I've seen you do it a couple times. Something really good is up B out of shield. It's actually one of his. I think it's his fastest option by like 2 frames.
I would never think like up B out of shield works with a lot of characters, but I would never think to do with Ganon.
It's the grab armor.
I guess, yeah.
I'm actually not that good at doing it. I know how to do it. I just don't apply it as much as I should. So it's funny that you would say that because people from SoCal are probably gonna laugh.
It's me too, dude. I use it not at all. The one who uses it, I see use it a lot is Kage, Nun, and.
Well, I mean, they kind of have to. Like, they're exploring all their options.
Right, right.
We have, we also have a lot of options as well, but they're trying to maximize everything that their character can do. And up out of shield is very good. Like when I used to train with Ganondorf, melee players are super good at doing it. And it punishes a lot of things. It punishes get up attack, this and that. I think that skin. I need to get that skin on my build.
That Phantom Ganon skin is sick, man. It's where I get 90% of my power.
It's so much better than the Pig Ganon. Like, people got hyped about the Pig Ganon. I don't really like the Pig Ganon.
I mean, I like
it. Looks weird to me.
But
he's a little too big.
Like, the Phantom Ganon looks crisp. I'm honestly not usually a fan of most of the skins that I see, but that one I would totally put on a build.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like it kind of fits, and it doesn't
look like it belongs, yeah.
Yeah. Looks like some of the PMT DT mid.
Sorry, I meant to skip.
Classic melee players like switching to Falcon against Ganon after they can't win with Steve. Yeah, that's happened so many times.
So let's just skip to the 2 WarioWare games?
Yeah.
Alright. How did you end up going... I guess he didn't...
I tried a jab there, and I got a nair because I fell off the stage. So that's what happened at that end. Oh, you're talking about the stage here?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how he let Ganon go to this stage twice.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's a melee.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
oh my god, you suck too.
What percent did he die at there though? It was like 20%. Okay, no, it's higher.
He's 50.
That's so dumb, and that was dumb too. But
too much bear waveland.
Oh,
I remember this. Okay, I know this set. The double WarioWare, the infamous set.
I just don't understand it, how if you can die at 50% and then go like, yeah, let's go back to that stage.
Yeah, he let me salty back here after I lost. I actually lost this game. Spoilers.
I mean, you SD'd at 0.
I SD a couple times. It's the chase special.
Oh. That's nice.
That low bear.
Super far beneath stage.
Mm-hmm. And I never expect it. I always think like, oh, he's going to go for the Tipman or whatever. But that bear is so good. So, like, I guess we were talking about the stages. What do you think are, like, what should Ganon be looking for when he's doing the stage banning or picking, and what should he be avoiding?
You want to go ahead?
We're somewhat.
You should start, Jason.
All right. I think it really depends on the matchup specifically, because for certain matchups this stage is better. One stage that I always try to avoid though, and it's just personal preference, is Delfinos. I just don't like Delfinos because of how big it is. Characters that have better neutral than Ganon are able to just, not camp me out, but run around me. Yeah, they just run around me in circles and make it a hard time. The platforms are a little janky on there. Like I said, I don't mind playing on it, but that's the one stage I always try to avoid. I think FOD is not that great, but I don't mind it either. And I say it's not so great because the platform. I either want regular fucking platforms or no platforms. Like that's just how I look at it.
Oh, interesting. Because I view FOD and go like, oh, I don't have room to move around. I want to ban that one.
Yeah. So when it comes down to it, in most tournaments, that's the players would ban Green Hill and WarioWare, right? And they'll force me to go FOD if I have to, if I need to take them to a small stage. But that's another stage that I also don't like, especially in some matches, such as in matchups where I get tech chase, such as Falcon, Wolf, Marth. I like FOD because the platforms can really mess it up. So it all comes down to how you feel about the matchup that you're about to play.
Okay.
I also used to be a very big fan of FD. I still am, but I'm starting to realize as I'm becoming better and better that it's not that good for Ganon.
Yeah.
It's like good for the chain grabs.
Yeah, and that's why I liked it so much back then.
But it's lacking in a lot of other areas, and people can kind of get around you.
Oh, that was sick! You did a float,
float
delay
right above the get up attack. Yeah.
Sick. Oh my god! Oh, that was from the video, bro. I remember that. That's specific combo. One thing I could give you some advice though, Chad. I think when you do those aerial down B cancels, regardless if you hit them or not on their shield, you should probably look into doing maybe side B instead of bear all the time, depending on, because they're usually blocking after that. You know what I'm saying?
After
you do an aerial down B edge cancel.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you hit them on their shield and then you edge cancel and then you jump, and then what you usually try to do is you do a back air, right? So you can mix it up. You can do back. Oh, that was sick too. You can do back air or side B and stuff like that, and I think it's really helpful. Because every time you've done the ledge cancel aerial down B, I seen you do bear. So yeah, I mean, just throwing it out there.
All right, I'm all for advice, man. I need it right now.
All right, and then one more set that's actually Ganon versus Falcon.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Nice.
There's a story. So the story behind this set was that in winners, I had to play Venom. And I 2-0'd him, and he was talking a lot of smack. Because I don't know if you guys know, but Venom, he has a big mouth.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And he was talking a lot of smack. So then I think I lost his Sosa or something, so I had to play him in losers. And this is the set.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want me to start at game 3? Because you actually get a reverse 3-0 here.
You can start wherever you want, Wisely.
I mean, we actually have enough time. We're running at fine speed, so we can just let it play.
I don't want to bore the people if you find that boring.
No, we're fine.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we start, and usually at this point of the night, I'm usually really tired. So honestly, I think what happened was that I'm trying to remember what it was. I think that night I had to do something, and then I didn't want to stay anymore. But then Sosa kept trying to convince me to stay and play. So I don't know what happened, but I remember after the end of game 2, Venom turned around and talked to one of his friends and was like, "Oh, you see this? Like I told you this guy was this and that." And then I got really mad.
Okay, so we are gonna watch that happen.
Yeah, you're gonna see that happen. He turns around to say something after he's up 2-0, and then and I just get really mad because I hate that guy. I don't hate that guy. That guy's a cool guy, but I don't like him when we play Smash. I like him when we do like outdoor activities. But the moment this guy has a controller in his hand, I don't want to talk to him.
That's super funny.
You guys are both on the villains team, way back in that crew battle.
I was on the heroes and the villains team.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, there was 2. So for the first one, I was on the hero, the anti-hero, and then for the second one, I was on the villains. So yeah.
That's super funny. Eventually, like, nah, this guy's too good.
Yeah. So the heroes and the villains have one each. So I've had the luxury of winning both.
I mean, it's much better than the alternative, which you could have lost both. So.
Exactly.
Was it because you're on the team, maybe? Perhaps?
Oh, it's for sure because...
No, I'm not much of a cocky guy, but maybe. You guys can go rewatch the set.
I know you run crew battles. I saw you do work against Frozen.
Dude, that's just a Ganon thing in general.
I don't know if you've seen the recent bigger bout crew battles, but those are all really good sets.
Yep. I was watching those.
New York versus SoCal was insane.
So I feel like that's a thing, though. Every Ganon that I've seen in a crew battle just does a ton of work. And I think it's because you have to be one of the...
That was good. That was really good.
I want to go back and see that again, actually.
So it was when I jumped from the ledge.
Yep.
He DI'd the fair in, and you managed to get an up air. I've never seen that off of a fair.
So you go back, fair, up air.
Oh, fair. It was the jump. It was the ledge jump that let you do it.
Because Ganon's ledge jump is actually really high. He jumps really high in this game. And so tournament winner's not so bad.
He's actually one of the characters who gets a better ledge dash if you use the tournament winner.
Okay.
The long list.
Yep.
So in this matchup, you can kind of see it's really hard to approach him when he's swinging. So I try in this matchup. I like this matchup number one because I feel like both characters can zero to death each other like on whim. So what I'm trying to do most of the time against Falcon is just wait. Like I'm waiting for him to overcommit on something. I'm waiting for him to do a mistake. It can be hard and it can be frustrating when he zero to death you, but you just gotta take it. That's just how the matchup is. There's no point in being frustrated about it and stuff. So I'm just trying to do the same thing he does. He's just better at doing that because of his character's speed. But yeah, pretty much it.
Cool. I mean, like, what do you think about Ganon's matchups in general? What characters? What are your favorite matchups to play?
I like playing the Ganon Ditto. It's one of my favorites.
Every Ganon loves Ganon Dittos.
Yeah.
Except this one, bro.
Really?
Yeah, man. I always lose the Ditto, or if you lose the Ditto, you're the worst Ganon. It always feels like that to me. But I just can't do the Dittos, man. I crack under pressure.
When I was in Minnesota, there was a Ganon, Breezy, who absolutely loved Ganon Dittoing people.
Oh, yeah. He money matched me for like $50.
Did he really?
We went to push more buttons.
Okay.
How did that go?
It was easy.
We also, was going to do the shout-outs at the end. I'll probably still do that. Shout-outs to Sans, who helped donate to the Clash Tournament's stream donation. And he is a Ganon who will Ganon Ditto literally everyone.
Yeah. He came to the balcony one time when he was visiting or something. He's from New Jersey, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But he'll be at tournaments and he'll ask top players of other characters to Ganon Ditto him.
That's funny.
Like Switch has beaten him in a $20 Ganon Ditto money match.
Oh no!
So
hey, where's my fear, man? That's why I don't like Ganon Dittos. Because if someone who doesn't play Ganon, like Pooch for example, plays me in a Ganon Ditto and wins, he doesn't stop talking about it.
So back to the matchup question. Shout outs to Cloudburst. I hate that fucking Squirtle matchup, by the way. So yeah, I don't like. Okay, so let's start with the ones I like. I like all the characters that I like to chain grab, that I can chain grab. So this is gonna sound really insane, but I like Lucas, I like Zero Suit, I like Meta Knight, I like Roy, because those are the 4 characters that you can chain grab easy money to death. Like it's not even hard.
Yep, we saw that with Lucas earlier.
Some of the other characters that I like fighting against, this is just all personal preference. I'm not looking at statistics for like what this character can do. I like fighting Sheiks, I like fighting Marfs, I like fighting all melee characters in my opinion. Spaceys aren't fun to fight against, but I enjoy it because most of the Spaceys I play aren't like that good anyway. I like the Falcon. I like the Falcon matchup. It's very fun. The matchups that I think are the hardest for Ganon are like I would say like very small characters and really fast. So I want to say like Squirtle.
Say Squirtle's both of those, yeah.
Yeah, so Squirtle, Game & Watch for sure. I hate that matchup.
Game & Watch?
Yeah, I hate that matchup.
Really?
Yeah, I know that on paper it's good. He dies easy this, but I have to play against Loyal like all the time, and it's really annoying. Like he's really good. He's not bad. Yeah, I don't like Game & Watch and how he gets like these free conversions and back airs and
right
was this
now,
game too?
That was him turning around to talk
Yeah,
to his friend.
Go back. Let me see that. Let me see this cocky guy. All right, so he bodies me here, and he's like, yeah, I told you, like, this guy got lucky. Like, you see this? That's exactly what he's saying, bro. And I'm like, oh, this motherfucker. Like, I had dinner with you last night, bro. That's fucked up.
He's checking around, making sure people are watching. Oh, but he left Wario land on. Both of us got lucky here against the Falcon, leaving the stage open.
I think it's a good stage for Falcon, too.
Yeah, I think it's good for
it.
Falcon
Definitely
as well.
is.
I think Jake is probably one of the best Falcons in the world as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's a guy that kind of cracks down a little bit when he's tilted. So like if you were to get something stupid or like get a lucky kill here and there, where if he SDs, it's very easy for him to lose focus. Like the rest of the set, they're all gonna pretty much be 0 to deaths. Like this is how the matchup goes.
Yep, for sure.
Like he touches me, I'm gonna eat like 50%. He touches me again, I'm gonna take a knee. But now he's gonna oh, that was bad.
All right, so you said you like playing the melee characters.
Yeah, I think
anybody you can chain grab. You don't like playing Squirtle, fast, small characters. Okay. And Jay, would you agree with that basically?
Yeah, I do. I really like the melee characters and all that. They seem really fun to play, and the punish game's pretty like solidly explored on them. Mm-hmm. I think Ganon does his best work against the floatier portion of the cast. I think like Ganon's best high tier matchup would probably be something like Mewtwo. Ganon actually, I think he does pretty well against Mewtwo.
Can we go back like 10 seconds if you don't mind?
That's why we're.
I want to do it for personal preference because I wanted to see what I did. It's pretty much after this. After he dies, it's on the ledge.
Okay.
So I just need because I think I hit him with 2 up airs and 2. I tried to hit him with the third one where I could have done something better. 2 up airs. Yes, I missed the up air.
I didn't even see that.
Yep.
Oh, that was bad.
That platform got in the way.
It's good when a Ganon is moving fast enough for you not to see what's going on.
Chimeri Ria asked how's Ganon versus Sonic. A lot of people in the Discord hate me, but I think I like the matchup. I think it's not fun, but it's not too hard. I don't think it's that hard. I think you just have to really outpatient the Sonic, make him commit. Because when Sonic hits you, it doesn't hurt. It really
Lies,
does.
Bro. Lies.
It only hurts when you're off stage. But if you're on stage and he's hitting you, he's rolling around you, bro, it's okay. Just like, take center stage again, let him mess up. A trick I like to do against both Sonic and Squirtle players is that if they're if they're spinning in at you, I like to turn around before I shield. So I will turn around, shield, and then shield grab, because a lot of times they'll end up behind you after their move, and you can also convert that to aerial. So let's say I'm on the left side and Sonic is spin dashing towards me. I would turn around, jump, and then fare the other way, or back air the other way, because that's where he's gonna end up, right? So like I think that really helps me a little bit. Yeah, I haven't lost to Sonic in a long time. I lost to Aeon last time, but before that I haven't lost to him or a Sonic in a long time.
And to be fair, Aeon's like the best Sonic. So
yeah, I beat Good at what's his name at Bigger Bulk, so
Yeah.
I didn't really have. I didn't play J-Fist. I wanted to play J-Fist, but I didn't have.
I think J-Fist is putting in a strong showing right now. Like, I think he might be the second best.
J-Fist is a little bit more experienced against the heavier portion of the cast. Like, he plays. I think he's played Zaguldo and his Bowser. He's played Nog and his DK. He's played. There's a lot of heavies down there, so he might do a little bit better.
All right, go back like 3 seconds. There's another app before the down B. There was an application with the lean back because his down B also has a lean back, and that can help. That can help a lot. I think it's right here. No.
I went back just a little bit further.
Look at those spot dodges.
Yeah. Spot dodge is amazing. All right, he's right here. So he tries to grab it, and then the lean back, it catches him, and then he gets the stinky toes. I know the Tidman, but I like stinky toes. It's like when you don't cut your toenails for 2 weeks and you hit him with it.
I think some of Ganon's hardest matchups are problem. Like in my opinion, Sonic is a terrible matchup and you should never bother playing Ganon. But I do it anyway every week. Probably another one. I mean, the Spaceys on paper they're pretty bad, but like that's assuming the Spacey is going to laser camp you the entire time. Our punish game on the Spaceys is really good, so they're okay to play against. Meta Knight, a lot of the top tiers really do like the ones that excel in neutral.
Wario's hard too.
Yeah.
I forget that one.
What'd you say?
Wario's a hard matchup.
Oh,
for me
yeah,
at least.
yeah. Like, the weird thing about them is a lot of the characters that really give us the work, we can punish them really strongly, like Fox, Wario, Meta Knight. Like, if we get a grab, we can really do work and take the stock, but it's just really hard.
Mm-hmm. It is really hard. It's really hard to get that grab. It's really hard to maintain pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
that knee.
Knee is such a good move.
No, Jason, no. Yeah, the trickiest thing about Venom is the way he shield stops. Like he'll wave dash down, he'll run up, wave dash down, he'll run up, turn around, shield stop, and it gets really tricky. A lot of Falcons don't do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard him talking about how he uses that way more than anybody else.
Mm-hmm. No, he does for sure.
Oh wow, that movement right there, that was tricky.
I do think it's funny that Venom has messaged me a few times now about being on the show, but he's on it, just not. He's on the receiving end now.
Not winning.
Oh, did I win this? What the heck? Oh yeah.
I mean,
he ate that back here.
You evened it up with one move.
Oh no. See, this is his favorite stage, by the way, like Found in Dreams. But I don't think so because I think the platform is really messed with the way he can tech chase. Like if we had a flatter stage or something, I'd be in a lot more trouble. Up throw, yes.
Yeah, I know most Falcons don't like FOD.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. But Venom, this is his favorite stage.
Generally it's because it screws up their movement, right?
Mm-hmm,
but like in terms of blast zones in like other stage qualities, this is really a really good Falcon stage.
Oh, for sure.
It's for the same reason it's good for Ganon, just with the small blast zones and the killing power.
When knee or a forward air from Ganon kills at like 50, then it's a good stage.
Yeah. So like with Venom, I imagine with his impeccable movement, I'm sure that he feels really comfortable on that stage. All right, on a battlefield, I'm expecting Red to do work here. I love this stage. This is one of Ganon's better stages. Like if you can't get Wario Land is usually going to be banned. Green Hill Zone might be banned if you can chain grab them. But like generally a stage that you'll get available to you at one point or another is Battlefield, and those tri-platforms are really good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Now, has Ganon's movement changed between PM to Melee at all? Because I feel like when I watch Ganon's in PM, their movement's way slicker.
It's just no, I don't think it's changed. But
just
he
the engine
definitely...
difference.
Yeah, it's just the fact that he has a float now.
Mm-hmm.
I think his wavelengths are probably still the same. Don't quote me on that. And his throws are also different.
As far as I know, the wavelands are the same. I mean, he can waveland out of more stuff, which might make him look a little bit faster since he has.
It's probably them just doing it out of more moves. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, he's starting to bait my shield grabs out.
Ganon's grab. I mean, I know we talked about the chain grab in general, but like all of his throws are actually very good. His up throw chain grabs pretty much all of the fast fallers, the spacies, at one point or another. And then his F throw has gotten a huge buff from melee, and it can kill at high percents, but at low percents, it's just good for positioning. It'll almost always get them off stage if they're at any kind of like middle percent.
Yeah, his back throw is a DI mix-up too.
Yeah, it sets up for fair
right
and then
like that.
Like right when I said it. I've actually back throw a high percent into Dacus is actually a thing, and I think that's pretty sick. That works.
Back throw into Dacus?
Yeah, because back throw is DI mix-up because they're DIing in.
Yeah.
And then you don't go anywhere and you just Dacus them.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh my god, you're gonna eat so much percent.
Oh, dude. Dead?
Oh,
dead.
Oh,
super dead.
That was amazing. One of the things, I don't know if a lot of people know, Ganon's Nair is +1 on shield. So, I mean, his Nair only has 4 frames of activity, so it's only active for 4 frames total with both kicks, 2 frames each one. But if you can land it on a shield, it puts you in a really good position because there's a really simple mix-up there with the jab. If they try and do something like shield grab out of shield, then the jab will catch them, or you can just grab if they're expecting the jab and they're shielding, waiting for it. Ooh.
Oh.
And then he's dead.
Yeah, get out of here, Venom. Go tell that shit somewhere else, bro.
That's what we were talking about earlier, just making the other person mad and sad and just feel a bunch of emotions and want to go.
You guys haven't even seen Venom when he's mad. Like after a set, it is the funniest thing in the world. He can lose to anybody, and he would just go off. He gets tomato red, and I'm just thinking about it, and it's just so funny. But anyways, that's a story for another day. You guys will find out eventually.
I'd say that's a story for another day. Yeah, so that's all the VODs. I think that's all the VODs you guys sent me.
Yep, that's everything I got.
Cool, that's everything. Actually, we're ending like right on time, so that's perfect. Any last minute things? We'll do shout outs, like goodbyes, everything like that at the very end. Is there anything, I guess related to Ganon or not, that like you have one chance to tell everybody that's going to watch this? What is it?
That's a hard question.
It is. I've had some people use it to just be like, you guys need to like work on this thing. I don't see anybody else do this. I've also had people say like remember to brush your teeth and floss. Like it really can be whatever.
Okay.
Yo, if Ganons need to work on anything, if any 2 things, I got 3 tips actually. All right. 3.
Okay.
1, learn to chain grab. 2, learn how to aerial waveland, so that means bair and up air, because those extend combos so well. And then 3, you gotta be lame if you're gonna play again and you want to win. You gotta be lame. You gotta wait, be patient, don't go in, because if you go in, you're gonna get bodied like I do 90% of the time.
Okay, so if you want to, we talked about how there's a lot of bad Ganons and not many good ones. If you want to be one of the good ones, be lame, play patient.
Just pay patient. You don't even have to be lame. Just take a minute, take a breather, and sit down and wait for them to come to you.
Think about life for a second, then keep moving.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think not a specific Ganon tip, but just a general tip and to get better. I think when you guys are practicing or you're playing, it doesn't matter what skill level you are. You always want to lose. And I know that sounds dumb, but when you're practicing, if you're winning all the time, you're not getting better. You're really not. And so you really got to play, and you got to get your ass beat. But the most important part is when you're getting your ass beat, you have to know why. I've seen so many players like who are good, but they're kind of stuck at this plateau
but like they don't know what's going on, and I don't really know how to answer them. But when they're playing, they're not, it's just autopilot. Like the less you play off of autopilot, the better you'll get quicker, if that makes any sense. And it's not an easy thing to do, I know, but this is you have to learn how to slowly play off of autopilot. And as Ganon specific tips, I mean, like we've covered earlier, he's not really a technical character. You just have to have you have to be really good at spacing and knowing when it's your turn and then when it's not your turn. And what that means is, like, when it's your turn, you go in, and then when you can't continue the combo any longer or the tech chase any longer, you have to know when to stop and don't put yourself in a bad position. And that's very true for Smash, because Smash is like the only fighting game where you can kill yourself, right? So you don't wanna be comboing somebody and then jump off stage to try to hit them, but then you die because you're an idiot. I think other than that, yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. I know we covered it at the beginning. Let's just do it at the end. Where are people going to find you after this?
For me, they can find me at the largest M on Twitter, and I'm always in the subreddit, hanging, lurking.
Yeah, follow me at Red Ranger 816, and if none of you guys haven't watched it, I'm trying to get me and Brandon's video over 100,000. It's very close. It's at like 96,000. So if we can get that over 100,000, that'd be sick.
I thought for sure that was going to be one of the videos you sent on as well.
Nah, it's a classic, but it's too long. And honestly, I wasn't even that good at that time. That match was the reason. That match was like the point.
The beginning.
The beginning of where I actually started taking bigger names and stuff. But yeah, so catch me at Red Ranger 816. You can find me at the balcony. If you guys ever have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. So yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the Ganon Discord for helping me out with this one. They pointed me to Che, which was awesome. Huge shout outs to Sans for donating to the Clash Tournament's laptop drive. He was the reason that Ganon was bumped up, so that's awesome. Like, huge props to him. You can find me at wisely_db on Twitter. My local scene right now is Philly, but I'm actually moving back to Minnesota really soon, so that'll happen in August. I guess here's a good question. What is the next major or national people are going to find you at?
You guys will find me at Supernova 2 or Super Duper Nova, whatever it's called. I think after that, because I'm actually starting my career very soon, so nice. So Smash is gonna probably take a small break, but I am trying to go out to Supernova. You'll definitely see me there. I think after that, I don't know any of the big tournaments that are coming up. So
no worries, Supernova's a big one.
You guys, well, the next tournament you'll be able to catch me at is just Ash at Wit Locals for a while, but I think there might be some Midwest regional coming up soon. I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm trying to make something out, make it out to something in Summer Smash. So
there we go. Well, I was registered for Blacklisted and Supernova, but moving means I had to drop those, unfortunately. So we'll figure that out. With that was Why My Main is Sick Ganon. Thank you guys so much for helping out with us, and we are done.
No problem. Thank you.